Hi. I just wanted to say pretty much that I do not believe the media with the flu. I know there's a lot of videos posted out there, and I'm not here to say or dog or rant on the pandemic itself. I want to note that I saw the other day when I was at my mom's house, when they were watching the news, they were talking about sales in drugstores have gone up, selling like aspirin, Tylenol stuff for flu symptoms. And what blows my mind about this whole situation is really that if you think about it, the media comes out and says we have a pandemic. We have the swine flu running and we can't cure it with our vaccines. When really it is just the flu virus that our vaccines can't cure. There's nothing to freak out about because it's really just a flu. I mean, if you think about it, it's just the flu. And people die from the flu every year, but they don't go and they don't tell you about that. And they don't go in. It's just it seems like it's a way to scare. And I wouldn't be surprised if these companies that sell aspirin and Tylenol and diarrhea medicine and stuff for flu symptoms, it's all, to me it's a gimmick. It's like, well, the economy's bad right now. Our dollar is dropping and being defaced every day, and I see that every day because every time I go to the store to buy something, every day prices are going up, and I'm not proud of this at all because it's my money I work for, and I'm making the same amount of money. But when prices go up, it's like I have to cut something out, and so it's hard for me to make it. And I've lost my job. I've been doing jobs here and there trying to make money, and it's like prices are still going up, and I see inflation coming threefold, and I really don't like it because I've done my research on Ron Paul, and I've done my research on the Federal Reserve and Alex Jones and all these different things. And it's not that I'm a conspiracy theorist. It's more that conspiracies have always intrigued me, and they just I like things that mystify my mind and make me think outside the box, to be opposed to something that somebody tells me this is how it is, that's how it's going to be. Don't listen to these kind of people. To shut someone up for believing something, or even if somebody does want to believe in a conspiracy theory, that's fine. Let them be open-minded and say, that's cool, you believe that. They might be a nut job, but who cares? They're entitled to their own belief, their own theories, and their own opinions. Who are you or anyone else to tell them that they can't? It's stupid and it's ignorant, and that's what I'm getting tired of. Ignorant people in this country trying to tell us that we need to be in Iraq, telling us that we need these things. We need to worry about the swine flu because, you do need to worry about the swine flu, because we don't have a vaccine for it to cure. I don't care what they say. We got one coming out. It doesn't matter. I will not take it personally. I'm not telling you or anyone else not to take the vaccine, because small children and elderly people are even prone to die from the regular flu. But every year you don't see them freaking out and breaking out in the media saying, "Oh, the flu's here. It's killing this many people this year." We don't see that. It's not that it's just a way for control. It's a way to control products being bought. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, because when they pop up and they show the symptoms of the swine flu, I pretty much just saw flu symptoms: diarrhea, nausea, stomach. And it's stupid because it shows how ignorant people will be, the freak out that they watch the news and they live by the TV and what the TV tells them to do. That's why I wear this shirt right here, because I think we should take in consideration and look at something and be rational about it. Think about it. Don't just go and act out of ignorance because the news says this, or because CNN says this, or because Fox says this. Personally, I don't like any of the news, because mainly the thing that I see in the news is biased reported media. I see it every time, and I notice it because I take information in, I blog it around, throw it in my brain, and then think about it. I don't just take something in and say that's the way it's got to be. We can't do that. We're not. Our minds are a lot more complex than just say, "Oh, this is how it should be, and this is how it's going to be." There's no reason to freak out and go buy. It's stupid. Drug sales for aspirin and flu symptoms have shot through the roofs at CVS's and drugstores. And that blows my mind, because it seems like that's almost what they wanted to happen. It's like, and when I say they, I'm not saying that I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying that, the pharmaceutical companies probably know, look, we can put something on the news, let's blow it up out of proportion about this flu virus that's going around that we have no cure for, that we can't vaccinate it. That's stupid, because it's just retarded that they would do this, because they know people aren't spending money. They know people are not spending money, so they're going to have to scare us into spending money. And this just seems like the perfect way for some groups of people, to scare mass amounts of people into going buying their product, is by using a virus. It's stupid, because who in the right mind would be scared of the flu virus? The flu virus is an everyday occurrence. You get sick from it, you lay down, you isolate yourself from other people, because yes, it can be contacted, or you can come in contact and pass it on from other humans. But it's just stupid, the fact that people would freak out and go crazy over this, and be scared to travel and be scared to do things in their everyday life, because the media tells us that it's an epidemic and it's blowing up and people are dying. Because yes, people are going to probably die. People die from the flu virus every year. But it's still nowhere compared to cancer, emphysema. There's alcohol deaths by car accidents. I mean, it's just stupid to say that we should be scared and worried about the swan virus. Because the technology we have today, we probably will come up with a vaccine. I don't trust medicine personally myself, and that's just because I see that when you take medicine and you get into the system of taking prescriptions and taking all this modern medicine, some modern medicine is good, but a lot of it, I think it's just they kind of want to get you in their loop. It's like once you get in, you're in, and they're going to keep treating something. They'll create another problem. They'll treat it with this, and then once they treat it with that, it might create another problem. And that's what I see. That's my opinion. I'm not telling anybody to stop taking medicine, because that is totally not what you want to do. You do not want to do that. What I'm saying is, I just think it is wrong for the government to tell me that I'm stupid for not taking it. It's been 4 years. I have not taken any medicine in 4 years, nor have I been to a doctor in 4 years. I smoke cigarettes, yes, and I drink a little bit of beer in moderation, yes, and I smoke a little bit of pot in moderation, and I have not been sick or came down with the flu or cold in 4 years. Now explain that. I don't have a checkup. I haven't had any flu shots. Is that crazy? Is it too hard to believe that somebody cannot get sick from eating? It's just ridiculous that we live in a society where we're told that it's like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this. This is how it should be. Who says that? I'm tired of ignorant people, just telling me, and I can just see it. I can just see the ignorance in people out there on the internet, on the TV. It's like, I love how people can always just turn it around on you, especially the religion and the government, and like that's what I see about with Ron Paul. And I hope to God that we can impeach or bring Obama out of presidency and bring Ron Paul, somebody that will actually stand up for the Constitution and not take anyone's crap and not tell us one thing and vote on another, or tell us that he's going to do something and do something else. That's why I don't like having Hillary Clinton in office. I've noticed Obama is for Wall Street. He's not for America. He's not going to do anything good for this country. He has nothing to do for the middle class people. It's like I see through everything he says, and I think a lot of people do. And I think the mere fact that he got voted in was just due to the media blowing him up, using Nazi-like tactics of propaganda to put him into office. And it's something that our country's been doing for many years now. It's nothing new, and that's what alarms me. I don't want to get into politics, because I am going through a time of my life where it's like I don't know what I want to do. But I do know one thing. I do want to end prohibition on marijuana. That is what I feel passionate in my heart, because when it comes down to it, if you do the real research, you will see that marijuana should not be illegal in our country or the world in general. And for a government to just go to other countries and oppose them and take their laws and to reform their laws, like Mexico that had legalized the personal consumption of small amounts of marijuana, for us to go down there and tell them that they need to repeal their bills and their laws on marijuana, to go to Canada, to go to Amsterdam, where they have it is legal, to me, that is absurd, and that is ignorant for our government. That's why I feel bad. I feel bad going to other countries, and I feel bad I was talking to an Egyptian the other day. She was visiting here. We were talking about Bush and stuff, and it's like how they look down upon us. I'm tired of being looked down upon by other countries for our political ignorance. It's not my political ignorance. It's probably not yours. It's even the followers. It's not there. It's the politicians, the lobbyists, and the corruption that's going on within the system that needs to be fixed. I mean, I don't know if you want to hang them, sue them, do whatever. It would be in the best, for the country. But I just don't think that we should keep.
So sick of the hobos, always begging for change. I don't like how I gotta work and they just sit around and get paid.